Welcome back to Our Generation with Melissa Shaw, where we educate, empower, and inspire. And I've never done 4 episodes in one evening.
Nah,
I ain't
for
even changed clothes. You know, they say, I'm like, yeah, I don't care about that.
nah, it's the same day.
Same day, same thing. So, what's up?
What's going on with you? Thanks
Yes,
for having me on the personal
absolutely.
episode right now. All
Yes,
three of
yes,
us.
it's
We
been
usually all
needed.
three on here and
Yeah.
stuff, so
Yep. So,
appreciate you having me.
tell everybody your name and kind of, who you are other than Stack Over Shine.
Yeah, I'm Vonte Underwood. I'm the hustler of the group. Just a young man just trying to find his way in the world, trying to understand every day, trying to motivate people around me. Helps me stay motivated, making other people happy. Young father, trying to take care of my kids, get them things I never had, and just really experience a life that I wish I could have experienced with my parents, with my
Yeah.
mama to be more specific, and yeah, just really just giving that to my kids and really the people around me.
Yeah. What made you what made you want to do that? Like, was there something
Yeah,
specific
just
in your life that?
my kids for real. Like I had my first son when I was 13, 14-ish, around that age, very young. So that just growing up, trying to understand who I am and trying to understand who this child is at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, they say from the age of like 13 to 21 is when a man finds himself. I was
Mm,
trying to find, you feel me, the purpose of my kids and stuff and
yeah.
who they are and stuff like that. I never really took the time to focus on me, myself, and what I wanted or what I wanted to do. So being, it got to a point where I got tired of just making ends meet or making this job last for as long as I could and just struggling for real. So it
Mm,
just made me turn the tables, just try other things, do other things, step outside my comfort zone because I really feel like that would have been the best, which it was, but the best avenue for me because I was getting too comfortable, too content, and
yeah.
I hate being content. I hate being
Yeah.
repetitive things and
I know, me
stuff like
too.
that.
Like
So
I said, I'm the person that I am now. I don't want to be that person in 2025.
yeah, no, exactly. I be feeling like the person I am today. I don't want to be tomorrow. I want to take every day
Yeah.
not for granted. Pick something that you learn every day. Like for me, when I wake up in the mornings, or even sometimes before I go to bed, I always ask myself, "What did I learn today?
Mm,
What kind of what did I take away from today? Really, you're not even just the knowledge. What did I take away from myself? Maybe the people around me, the environment I was in, work, being here, just whatever
yeah.
it is. You can be at McDonald's and you might get blessed by somebody, or you might want to bless somebody, and just being able to understand that that probably could have changed that man's life, or whatever the
Yeah.
case is, and just always staying motivated by that.
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I got I got one sister I grew up with, and then I got other brothers and sisters like on my daddy's side.
Yeah.
So
Are you the
altogether, it's
oldest or you the youngest?
I'm the second oldest.
Second
It's
oldest.
me. It's my sister, my big sister that I grew up with. She's 25 now, and then it's me, 24, and then I can't exactly remember the order past that. But I got a
Yeah.
sister Messiah, sir, and two other brothers and sisters, little sister Honesty. And I'm pretty sure that's it.
Yeah.
But just for my mama's side, it's just me and my sister. That's what I
Yeah.
grew up with.
Yeah. So you basically, when you had your son, you grew up together.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. We
How
grew
old
up
is he
together.
now?
He's 9 now. No, he'll be 10 actually in April. Jesus, I
Wow.
feel like I just celebrated his ninth
Isn't that
birthday.
crazy?
Like, for real. But yeah, he'll be 10 in April, yep.
Yeah. So did you so when you was how did you see your life at that when you had him? Or was you just trying to
Mm,
figure it out?
yeah, before him, cause it was literally like at that age, I be telling myself like when you can start making like real conscious decisions. I feel like people when they start getting around that 11, 12, 13-ish age, you start making conscious decisions. They just not like, you know how you say you can't remember nothing past or before 5, like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like you just start making them conscious decisions or whatever. I think before that I wanted to play football. I was in football real heavy. And then kind of just being around in my neighborhood and stuff, got in trouble in the streets and stuff, kind of took that away from me. And I mean, shortly after that though is when I found out about my son. And I really just ever since I found out about him, it's just been like a provider mission, like just being a
Mm,
provider, just wanting to again just give them things I never had growing up, just giving them that I didn't have my father growing up, so I don't even know what it's like to I don't even know what I should be giving them for real, like from a
Yeah.
father's perspective, and just
Wow.
like just trying to figure that out, navigate it. That's always kept me motivated and just wanting to just what I mean, be better than where I came from.
Yeah. Yep. That's what's up. So
Yeah,
what? You're the hustler of Stack Overshine,
yeah.
but who are you other than that? Like, what? How does that intertwine?
Intertwines really just from like how I grew up for real, just always being the one that was just like, let's go do this to go get some money. Let's flip these candy bars. Let's go to the we used to go to the dollar store around the neighborhood and or the Kroger and get candy uh from up there and stuff and then take it to school and sell it. Like just trying to, bring in money. And this was before the kids, so it was just like a always, you
So
feel
you've
me?
always been a hustler.
Yeah, I've always been the one just outside, just like let's do something. Like let's
Yeah.
go, you feel me? Get hands on with something, make something happen. Show that.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's
Yeah.
what's up. So what do you do now besides hustler? I mean, besides the Stack
Uh,
Overshine.
Work, full time father, just trying to make ends meet for real, trying to grow, establish my business, trying to make it to where this is where I clock in at. I clock in to Stack Over Sean. I ain't
Yeah.
trying to clock in to the next person. And I always told myself like every day I clock in, I'm just paying the next man's or woman's car payment. Like I'm just putting
Mhm.
gas in their car. Like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? And that's just always something that I kept in the back of my head that made me want to really work for myself and just be a provider for myself. Cause I've always been a provider too. I was raised around all females,
Oh
so it's
wow.
like, yeah, I was just seeing them just being providers, caretakers. My granny, my grandpa, he's probably the only male figure for I've ever looked or really just had in my life in general. So just seeing him being a provider for all these women and they provide in their own ways. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
My mama making it happen by herself, my whole life, that's all I knew was just me, my mom, and my sister, and just watching my mama make it happen, working them long 13-hour shifts,
Mhm.
working, you feel me, calling us from work, telling us to go to bed, or, yeah, I mean, we out too late past the street lights, and she driving around the neighborhood looking for us, telling us to come in,
Yeah.
and just understanding, like, even being a provider on that end, wanting to make sure your kids is always situated, and just like, hey, it's, lights is on, it's time to come in the house. I don't know what goes on after dark, so come
Mhm.
in the house and just, you know what I mean? Yeah, always
And
make sure my house is stable for my kids. So that's pretty much what I do. Just try to provide as best
yeah.
as I can, any shape, way, or form I can.
Oh, that's what's up. That's good. So where you think you see yourself in like the next 3 years?
3 years. That's a good question. I think I don't.
Do you have any goals or anything that you
I
kind of
definitely
like?
would have goals. I've been thinking about getting my CDLs, getting into the trucking space because it's something my grandpa's always did. I've always just kind of secretly, or I ain't even gonna say secretly, like I admired it and I've always been kind of interested in it, but like I always told myself I wasn't. Like in the
Mm,
back of my head, I'm like, oh, that's cool. You feel me? Just seeing these trucks and stuff. But when I talk about it, like right now, I'm talking with you, I'd like, dude, you don't like that stuff. Like, what you think about it? You don't want to be in a car for a big old truck for 13, 14 hours, this, that, and the third. But, you get older and stuff like that. Other factors start playing in, and it's just kind of like I can really see myself doing something like this. Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? It probably ain't that bad as I'm making it out to be. I'm just talking myself out of it, for saying.
Mhm.
Yeah, just really trying to find a career and establish myself, getting some like trades or something under my belt so I can always have like a way to provide for my business if
Yeah.
need be
So what
or
are
my
your
kids.
what other things do you like to do?
Uh, just
Like
be out for real. Like I'm a hands-on person. I like animal. I'm an animal lover. I love animals, so I got a bunch of like reptiles and stuff at the house. So I like to, for real. Other than like focus on the business, play with the kids. We always going out when I have them. We always doing something fun, some kind of activities, keep their hands going and stuff like
yeah.
that. Always like just doing hands-on things. Like even if it's, I'm not that parent that I'm taking my kids to the park and I'm sitting on the park bench. I'm driving through these jungle gyms with you. We
Yeah.
going together. You know what I mean? So it's really just being active. Like I can't really say one specific thing. That's something we debate all the time with my brothers. Like, what do you want to do, brother? What do you want to do? And I'm just
Yeah.
like, I don't know. Like it just reflects back to me growing, raising kids at a young age. Like I
Yeah.
never had time to sit down and think about those kind of things. So it's like
Definitely.
I really get stooped on that question, like from you to them and
Yeah,
whoever it is,
no.
even to
And
myself.
that's
So
real talk.
yeah,
Yeah,
being a young
definitely.
parent, it's hard. It's not
Yeah,
easy.
I
It's
can't
not for the weak.
imagine. Ooh, when your son turns 13, you're gonna look at him like, The hell? Because I look
Man,
like I had a baby at that.
for
Like
real
what?
though, like this is me. Like
Oh my
Jesus.
God, right. Like well my daughter, she's 19 now and I got married when I was 19. And so
Mm.
when I look at her and I'm like, oh my God, you're a baby. Like what was I
Like
thinking? Like
seriously
how
though,
did I
like
even think I could
exactly.
be a whole wife? Like what?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. I would be thinking like my oldest. I'm like, dang, I just remember. I was just he gets in trouble in school a lot. I'm just like, dang, that's karma. Like
Yep.
I just remember those times, and I'm just thinking like it was all cool. I'm just at the third. Da, da, da. Now
Hmm.
it's like now I see what my mama was going through, and it's like, damn,
Yep.
like,
Definitely,
it's
definitely.
crazy.
Yeah, no, that's cool. So when you think of like your kids' future, like what do you think of? Like what do you want to have established for them?
A home, a backyard to play in, jungle gym to play in. It's not access to the public, have some
Hmm.
cousins or something over, very family oriented. Want them to be able to, hey, daddy, what we doing this weekend? I want my cousins to come over.
Yeah.
And they just be able to, you know what I mean, have that freedom to really exercise they mind and like I said, they creativity and just giving them literally like everything I didn't have like growing up. I mean, we grew up in the hood, we grew up in a bad environment, we grew up in the trenches as some people call it, whatever name you want to give it.
Yeah.
And so it's just like understanding like I had cousins who grew up like that white picket fence and you know what I mean
Hmm.
that same house the whole life, you know what I mean? So it's like not even trying to compare and contrast it, but it's like I want that for my kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to have to move every other year because you know what I mean house is getting too small now. We getting older, whatever the case is. I just want to be able to give them like stability, a
Hmm.
foundation of just that be able to reach as far as they can and not touch the walls and reach as high as they can and not touch the ceiling. You know what I mean? Just having that kind of freedom. And it does go beyond like the financial things, just mental, the spiritual, the financial, the all of it.
Hmm.
That freedom for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So what would you tell some people that are younger than you? Like, what encouragement or advice would you give them?
Some good advice I could give some younger kids.
Yeah, especially ones that want to have their own business, because that's what you guys promote is having your own
Oh
business.
yeah, for sure.
And
On
you're the
a
hustler, so how do you take hustle
yeah, on a,
to?
like a personal tip, it's like just focus on you, focus on your grind, focus on your hustle, focus on your life. Even with kids, like I even beat myself up for this sometimes. Like I wish I would have just maybe focused, not forgot about myself in the process of raising my kids, and so I could like right now be like, oh yeah, I really love this or whatever the case is. Like I'm in the
Yeah.
cars and stuff like that, so I'll be trying to not push it on my son or whatever the case is, but like to show him like, you know what I mean, cars is cool, you know what I mean? This is cool, that's cool. Like, don't be
Hmm.
afraid to think these things is cool. So just being able to tell them like, I mean, don't be afraid. Whatever the world says is just what they're gonna say. Like we was talking about earlier, the social norm. Like whatever the social norm is, that's gonna be the cool stuff. That's gonna be what everybody wants to do. That's what everybody think is gonna be normal. You know what I mean? When you doing something abnormal or you doing something that's not socially normal, they gonna think like, oh, you crazy, you this, you that, all these
Hmm.
negative stigmas to it. So I just be want to tell them like, F it, like F what they got to say. Fuck them
Absolutely.
all. Like, just do you. Focus on you. Focus on, because,
Yep.
again, when you 30, 40, 50 years old, you know what I mean? You ain't going to be able to move the same or think the same or talk to the same people you could have talked to when you was like my age or even younger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Taking advantage of your opportunities, taking advantage of your places you've been in. Like, you know, like, I don't really show up to a lot of events. They do a little more of the showing up things,
Yeah.
but I do a lot of the back ends. But still, just like, I be feeling like at times, I probably could have fucked up an opportunity I could have had in that situation. Like, I mean, dubbing them, but I let a lot of my mental problems or mental situations, like I'll be going through depression, I'll be going through
Yeah.
sadness, hard times, you know, everything. Young
Yeah.
father, it's hard out. You paying bills, it's just
Yeah.
hard. It's just not
Yeah.
easy.
Absolutely.
So,
Especially
yeah,
when
I
you
mean,
want to be different and you want to not
exactly.
have any excuses and you want
Yeah.
to provide. It's a
And
lot of
beating
pressure.
yourself up, not beating yourself up for not being where you want to be. Like,
Yeah.
everybody wants to be driving nice cars, everybody wants to have all the money in the world, a nice house, but you know what I mean, not everybody can have that, and you just gotta understand that. You feel me? You can grind to it for sure. Grind all you can to the day you die. But don't beat yourself up for it because not everybody can have it. That's not how the world works. And just be like you. Just be free. Just don't let the social norm define who you are, who you want to be in life. Like I feel like at the time we started our business, the social norm was one thing, and we were just so like ugh by it. Like it's just
Hmm.
like everybody's doing it. It's just like when a new pair of J's come out and you go to the mall, you're gonna see 99% of the mall with the same pair of shoes. And it's like
Yeah.
I'm gonna go buy me some Nikes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't even want no J's no more. So
Yeah.
just being that different and understanding that it's okay. Like there's nothing wrong with that. Be
No,
different.
it's not. And it's important, like you said, to put yourself in places and situations because you never know who you're gonna meet.
Yeah, nah, seriously. That's why I definitely big up my brothers for being there for me.
Yeah.
And you feel me, putting on the face value they do for the business. And
Absolutely.
I mean, I definitely still pull my end on the back end of
Yeah,
things.
but you always
But
gotta have, I always say everybody has their lane.
exactly.
And it's
And
okay.
yeah,
I don't have
exactly.
to be that. You ain't gotta be the controversial one
Hell
like
yeah.
the other one, the
Hell yeah.
philosopher.
And that's why we work so perfectly together and it's
Yeah, I
so
love y'all's dynamic.
intermingled so much because we are all so different. You see, they debate, they do that all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm always just the referee of it, like, all right, brother, you right,
Yeah.
you wrong, whatever the
Yeah.
case is. So, and then me just again just having that outside opinion. It might be me and Keanu having a debate one day, me and
Yeah.
Dub having a debate.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? We just being able to bounce off of each other's thoughts, ideas, thought process, and just growing from that. Like
Yeah. And
we
that's the part
understand.
grow because people don't understand like debating is okay. Like you don't have to
Yeah,
always
that's
agree.
how you learn.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how you learn. And for me, I'm a hands-on learner. Like I might be debating about something, I'm standing on it. All 10, I'm completely wrong. And
Right.
me and him having the whole debate, and then Nunu might come in like, "Hey, brother, like, I mean, can't be mad at him now." So it's like, you
Yeah.
know, what I mean, just understanding like these debates don't be nothing personal. We don't never take it personal. We three brothers for real, like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, brothers from another mother, but we brothers for real.
No,
Like
for
we
real.
came from the mud, and we, you know, what
Do
I
you
mean,
see
doing
how
this
y'all's
together.
relationship has evolved?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Even from like the first day we started the business, like we was like, yeah, all right, y'all, the three brothers I came together with, we're gonna start this business, and then it came to be more of like a, all right, y'all, you feel me? We really locked in doing this, and then it was like, all right, you feel me? It's for life, like you feel me? Like we already knew we was for life brothers, but like now it's the business, now it's a whole lot. Like we trying to really grow together. And if you know, like when you got brothers in the business or even sisters or whatever the case is, like just as you grow and you experience life, like that bond does grow. And it's nice to
Hmm.
say that, like, and I'm blessed to say that our bond has grown closer and we didn't grow apart. We didn't grow like our brother, like the debate earlier, they don't look at that and be like, go back to the car. I don't really, I'm
Yeah.
going to take a step back from brother, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
Whatever. You got your opinion, I got my opinion.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You know what I mean? It ain't
Absolutely.
going to stop the main focus, which is the business,
That
the
part.
merch, the events, the whatever the case is,
Yeah.
and just understand like personal and business is two different things. They
Yeah.
might clash in the same spaces, but you know what I mean,
Yeah.
separate them is to grow. Separate
Ab-
them is definitely to grow.
Yep. I know I've loved seeing all y'all grow,
Yeah,
four
most
times.
definitely.
Four times. That's
And each time we're in a different
each
position,
time.
meeting
Yeah.
new people,
Yeah.
having a new event coming up that's gonna be bigger than the last, and just yeah, definitely growth.
And I
But
love how y'all document it. Y'all are the beast on
mm-hmm,
social media.
yeah, y'all,
Like,
yeah. That's why I say, and shout out to Keanu for that, because and he knew I was about to say that, but shout out to him for that, because definitely like he runs a lot of the social media. Dub puts a lot of the like the posts and stuff y'all see together, the flyers. Like he does a lot of
hmm,
like the middleman work. And again, like I'm on the back end handling everything that y'all don't see that they might not be able to. Like
yeah.
might be like hey, we need to make sure we got this amount of money for this event, or we need
Yeah.
to flip these sweaters or whatever so we can re up on the
Hmm.
next one. We need to make sure we get this out, we take that out for the private, whatever the case is. Da da da
Yeah.
da. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean that's me. That's where I
That's
come
what's
in. I
up.
step in.
That's what's up. Well, this has been enjoyable. I'm glad that
For
I got
sure.
to be able to have all y'all separate. So,
Most
you are
definitely.
the hustler. Where can they find you and follow you on social? Are
Follow
you
me
even?
on Instagram at
Are you the one with the three?
it's like five. It's broken down. It's two underscores, Vonte, Vonte, and then three underscores.
I think when I tried to tag you, I was like, damn it, I don't even know what. I can't even find
And then they're
him.
literally connected, so you can't really distinguish like, all right, one, two, three.
Right.
It's like is it two or three? Is it four or five? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
Well,
yeah,
that's
no,
what's up.
definitely thanks for having me. Shout out to
Absolutely.
you. Shout out to your brand and what you've been doing. Cause that stuff is major. Like
Yeah.
bringing around, talking to all these small businesses, and just again, you be giving these people motivation and giving these people like the confidence to like step out and just. I mean, I've seen a few people like that's been on your episode before, and then just that was their first like time being on a social media
Yeah.
platform of like an interview or whatever the case
Mhm.
is, a podcast, and they just really like now they posting more, and now
Thank you.
they taking that to they using that to their advantage and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So it's dope. You really
And I love
motivate
it. And
people.
I never thought like we say how things evolve. Like I never imagined
Yeah,
any of this, but
yeah. You
I
be
just
surprised what seeds you plant in people's brains, or
absolutely, absolutely. And
yeah,
this is just gonna take off. You know, like with Chase, like he had never told his story before
yeah,
until he was on my show.
oh
And
yeah,
just to hear him say it again when he was here Friday night, it was I told him, I said, I seen the growth even in that short time
yeah.
of him being able to.
Yeah, and that's like the same kind of for me. Like you seen Friday, that was my first time ever really
Yeah, I
speaking.
was
I was
like,
super nervous.
but you
Like
did
I'm over
amazing.
there fumbling my words
No,
and
you
everything.
did
Like
so good. I think I got it on video, so I had to send it to you.
yeah, yeah, most definitely do that. Yeah, most definitely. So
Yep.
yeah, definitely. You definitely
Yep.
motivate people, and give
Thank
people
you. Well,
courage,
y'all
man.
motivate me too. This is what bridging the gap is. You know, it's
Exactly.
about coming together and not you not making your age become an issue because it's really
Yeah,
not. We can learn from each other. I've learned a
yeah.
lot from y'all.
When you put limitations on shit, you limit yourself. You limit
Hmm.
anything, whether it's a race thing, an age thing,
Yep.
a star thing, a white man in the van
Man,
thing. Like,
yeah, y'all watch the other episode. Y'all know what we talking
y'all
about.
know what we talking about. If you know, you know, because you watched the last
You're
episode.
right.
But yeah,
Yep.
just you know, what I
No,
mean,
for
you
real.
put limits on stuff, you limit yourself. Cause yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
that's
Yep.
what we just trying to take the limiter off of this shit,
I
man. Like
love
take
it.
the
I
limiter off.
say it's a movement, changing the narrative.
Yeah, for
Yep.
sure,
All right. Well, it's been Melissa Shaw with Our Generation, and we are out.
sir.
What you over there smiling the whole time like a